Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anger Manager. We're jumping back into more of our blind playthrough here for Chrono Trigger. Currently playing on the PC through Steam, and last time we felt like we were making a lot of progress in this, I guess it's the Black Omen is what it's called, the dungeon here. And I thought we were making great progress, and then we got kind of owned at the end last time. We literally got wiped out. There are certain enemies in this dungeon that I really don't want to see. If I see them, I kind of like, I don't want to say I like flinch in terror, but they definitely do kind of give me the creeps, so to speak. We've had a couple encounters with them. I really learned that I hate that move where it halves your HP, mainly because it sucks. It's annoying. It's very frustrating of a move to have to fight against. I don't want to say fight against. Fight against is the wrong thing to say. We're going to switch up our party real quick, though. We're going to take Magus out and kind of use Frog and... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I don't like this. I'm trying to figure out the best way to take these guys out, because they literally have our HP right away. And I don't like that. It really does kind of get on my nerves, so to speak, when your HP gets constantly halved every turn. And yes, that move won't kill us, which is great. We won't die from that move. But you know what? It does do a lot of damage, especially if you have 1,000 HP. You're going to get down to 500, then 250, then 125. And then, you know, so on and so forth. You know, 63. You know, then we got, what, 31. Then we're down to 16. And then we're down to 8, 4, 2, 1. You know, it whittles it away, if that's all they're doing constantly, and it gets really on the frustrating side to constantly be on the back end of that move. We don't have any moves like that I'm aware of, so we kind of have to, you know, sort of roll with it and figure out the best case scenario for our characters to kind of counter that, and there's no real way. They just have their HP. See, Frog took 277 damage because the game felt that that was a fair thing to do. I don't think that move is really fair. I don't think it's fair at all. And I know there's not much we can do about it. The game's 25 years old. You know, it is what it is at this point in time. But these guys literally are just ending, you know, your party. And it's funny, I keep saying, there might be that one part in the game where we kind of get really frustrated and we kind of rage quit. And I feel like, you know, we're too far in the game right now. We're too close to the end goal in sight to really do that. I can't, like, in good conscience be like, yeah, we're gonna quit. We're gonna quit here. Chrono's down to 56 health, and we barely got out of that fight alive. We barely got out of that fight, and I don't know if it's because those guys are really hard, or if because we're under leveled. I don't know what it is. It could be, you know, one or the other. It could be just, I just suck. I could really just suck at this game, but constantly getting in these fights with these guys, it's overwhelmingly frustrating, and I hope there's not a lot more fights with them at all in the game at all. And I know you guys are probably thinking, man, if these guys are frustrating you, just wait till you fight Lavos. Lavos is gonna boom. A very fair point. We can't. I was trying to figure out if we could walk away from this. We can't, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice to kind of avoid this fight. This is the fight that really just destroyed us last time. And I gotta figure out the right way to kind of go through this. There is no actual right way, though, now that I'm thinking about it. We pretty much are going to be kind of stuck constantly in fights. And that's all well and good. But, I mean, we will see what... I mean, whatever happens, happens. If we can, you know, get through this dungeon here relatively soon, I think we'll be in good shape. If we don't, if we struggle, we don't make it, you know, we don't make it. But I would love to reach the end of this dungeon, because I have a feeling, since this is a 1990s RPG title, I feel like we're going to have a really hard time with the boss. The boss is probably going to have like 20 forms, and it's going to be like a slog to the end. It's going to be like an hour plus fight. That's just my feeling. My thought process here is that we're going to have these very long, drawn out, you know, sequences, so to speak. And our party's just getting leveled right now. We are absolutely getting destroyed. and it is in. I don't want to say it's anything but frustrating. It really is kind of sending me warning signs. It's like, Banjo, you got to go back and grind a little bit. You got to make sure you are a high enough level where you're not getting destroyed by these guys. And that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. I'm definitely starting to feel that right now, and it's this unending sense of dread, because I don't think there's anywhere in here where we can easily level up a little bit, so that we're not getting constantly slaughtered left and right, which is a total shame to think about, because like we're level in the 50s, and like I said, a lot of people are saying, nah dude, you don't need to be, you know, level 60, 70, 80, you know, so on and so forth. You need to only be in your level 50s to get through this game. So unless someone is wrong, or I just suck, or I just suck is what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to say that that person is right. You don't have to be that high of a level. You could be a lower level and still get through the game, and that would mean I suck at this game, or you actually do need to be a bit higher. And if you need to be a bit higher, why is it so hard to level up in this game? Like, I'm sitting here playing this and I'm thinking, man, it's kind of hard to really get some good levels going here, and to really just level up, it's not easy. It takes time, and the game doesn't tell you how much experience points you need to level up. So the question is, what's going on here? We hit cutscene. And it is another mutant fight. So we know here from our experience in these mutant fights, there's going to be two parts to them. The top part and the bottom part. And obviously we're going to kind of keep up the same strategy we've been using, even though it probably won't be the most effective strategy. Top half seems to be more susceptible to magic spells. Bottom half is healed by them, which is interesting because he didn't take much damage from Magus's attack there, which is interesting to say the least, because I would think that Magus's attack would do a bit more damage. So in reality, we're kind of at an impasse here, where maybe we should be targeting one specific part over the other, and then focusing on that other part. As that thing just wiped out Magus there, we're probably screwed. You would think the top part would have been wiped out already. We've done about 4,000 or 5,000 damage to it. We're going to keep doing Luminaire. I know it's healing the bottom half, but it's not really doing much healing, as opposed to the damage it's doing up top. And we are really struggling right now. Needless to say, it is. Whew, I don't know what to say. Like, ooh, this is like edge of your seat. Like, oh my god. Let's see. That thing's gonna suck away some HP for us. Oh, it took HP away from itself. That's interesting. Frog's down to 1 HP, by the way. That's not a good sign. And top half is gone, and now we're just stuck with this bottom half here, and the bottom half goes with the top half. Okay, I wasn't sure how that would work, but we just got a decent amount of experience points, we got some decent amount of TP, and we've reached this part where we need to really just kind of heal ourselves up. Alright, I didn't know that is how that would work. I am very pleasantly surprised right now that that's how that worked. Cool, right? Definitely not something I would have expected there at all. So we're gonna go through here, and we're gonna use Heal Beam a few times, and we're gonna open up these chests: a gemstone and a mega elixir. So let's see what's going through this door here. We get a pathway. I keep noticing how like technologically advanced the people of Zeal were, which is kind of hilarious when you think about it. Their entire kingdom came crashing down, and everything just like kind of sucked for them. And now it's a baby Lavos. Literally, like right after we fight like a super mega ultra mutant, We get Baby Lavos. And of course, we know the strategy for fighting a Baby Lavos, and that's just going to be attacking the beak with physical attacks. And it shouldn't take us an insane amount of time to really wipe out Baby Lavos here. I know it's not like, that's not its name. It's like calling Baby Yoda Baby Yoda. The child, or whatever the actual name is. So we're going to keep attacking the beak and hope that we are able to wipe it out before it wipes us out. I don't know, this thing probably has more HP than it normally would have. So we kind of want to make sure we keep our characters alive. I don't know why it's using counter spikes when, you know, I'm not. Still kicking. It is still kicking. And it's doing some decent damage to us. I'm hoping it's got another maybe turn left max before it's done. We're doing a fair amount of damage to it. We're doing about 1k damage per turn between Chrono and Magus. We've done, like, that's gotta be a lot of damage we've done so far. Go figure, Robo dies, so now we're just down to Chrono and Magus. Gonna kind of have to hope that we can actually finish him off before he kind of wipes out Magus next. I think it looks like Magus is probably gonna die soon too. Oh, this is getting really intense, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sitting here like, oh my god, come on, just die, just die, just die. Oh my god, come on. Nope, it's still going strong. We're screwed. We are really screwed right now. And it's still going. I don't know how many turns. We've done probably what, 7, 8 turns? And by the logic we've seen, this thing probably has about 10,000 HP. It feels like. Which makes sense. It's probably a high-end, you know, mini-boss kind of fight. Alright, there we go. We took it out. We beat it. Only took us a few turns. Almost lost Magus there, too. That would have been something, to say the least. So now we got our whole party back. We're going to obviously go through the menu and heal ourselves up. You know, use our entire abilities. We're going to swap out Robo and kind of have to heal everyone up. I don't know if the shelter is going to work with the people not in our party. I feel like it won't. Here we go, another fight with, looks like statues this time. Here you go. And we're going into a room, getting into a fight. Room, fight, room, fight, room, fight. It's a really boring kind of strategy design, so to speak, where we go from one room to another room to another room to another room, and we're constantly, every time we're in a room, there's one fight, we move up. One room, fight, move up. One room, fight, move up. One room, fight, move up. It really does kind of wear you down. It doesn't feel really inspired. I get what they're trying to do, but holy cow. Like, oof, for real, guys. Let's, you know, change things up a little bit. And we actually were able to get through that fight. So I kind of wonder how much more fights we have before we get to that, like, kind of ending section here. We got a save point. We should actually be, I want to say we should be getting that, like, kind of boss fight area. Let's see. We're actually getting, we're a ways away from getting the next move for Ayla here. This is an interesting room. So you have Chrono, you have Amoral, Luca, Robo, Frog, Ayla. Obviously, you know who we didn't have there. We did not have Magus, which is interesting. So she's saying that the Black Omen is transcending through time and space and taking away our futures and so on and so forth. We don't have a future unless we can defeat her and take down the Omen. That's a very bold claim there for this crazy lady queen. I guess, I mean, she probably does have a point. If we can't defeat her, you know, there's no point in us, you know, having a future, because Lavos is going to wipe us out. So it looks like we actually have a direct fight against the queen herself. And we're kind of screwed right now. Our HP is completely wiped down to 1. Is this going to be one of those, like, I don't want to say this is going to be one of those fights where we literally are, like, screwed and can't win. But, I mean, the nice thing is Chrono does have, like, perma-haste on, which gives him more turns, more speed. I could see this being, like, an easy-ish fight. We have to use one of those. I didn't want to have to use one of those items we just used. I want to save them for a final boss fight, but, I mean, it is what it is. Not much we can do about it. I mean, when your character literally comes in here and does a move right away that literally cuts your HP all the way down to 1, it doesn't kill you, it drops you down to 1 HP, you're screwed from the outset, which is really annoying and frustrating to say the least. She's doing it again. Oh my god. We're like in like deep doo-doo right now. I don't like this. This is an annoyingly frustrating fight. More frustrating than it should be. Obviously having to use the same item again. That's not something I'm really happy about. I want to kind of save them, and she's doing that move again. I just literally fully healed myself up. Literally just fully healed ourselves up. Literally any fight in which the character can literally do a move that wipes your HP down to 1 in one move it's infuriating. I know, like, if it's like a fight that's kind of scripted to go a certain way, I get that. That's something I understand. But I don't know if this is one of those like scripted fights. I feel like this could go either way in terms of being a scripted fight, not being a scripted fight. But if it's not, that's really, really cheap, because it kind of puts you at a severe disadvantage of having you at like 1 HP, you know, having you at full health and at 1 HP. If we use an item, you know, we obviously get screwed over here, but we were able to take her down here, which is fantastic for us to be able to take down the queen in one try instead of, you know, dying and having to take her on again. The question now is what's going on here. It looks like we're going to be fighting the Mammon Machine now. So it looks like we're going... I think we're in endgame, guys. I really do, because we're going from fight to fight to fight. I don't know if we're going to be able to take this thing down. I don't want to... I'd hate to see us, like, die here and have to go back and fight the queen again. That would just be the epitome of infuriating. I highly doubt this is going to be, like, one of those throwaway fights. I'm going to try charming it for an item, though. Mega Elixir, that's not bad. And I'm not sure, does this thing have multiple parts? Nah, that's just one part. But it is sacrificing its magic levels in order to increase its attack, and since it's not really doing any attacks right now, we're just going to kind of wail on it. And in situations like this, you know, there are certain things where, you know, we need to wail and wail and wail, and it looks like the thing is unleashing all the energy it's stored up, and... Oh! Getting kind of nervous there. I thought we were actually, like, dead, because it was storing up all this energy, so we kind of have to do just boom, 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 hit it as hard as we can, hit it as fast as we can. And the machine's not really moving, it's remaining still, which is fine for us as a whole. And it's still storing its energy. So right now, we're going to have to kind of heal ourselves back up and just wail on it. If that's possible. It did just attack Ayla, which is not good for us. I mean, it's not bad that it attacked Ayla over... It's fine that it attacked Ayla over Chrono or Magus, but we really do need to make sure no one really dies here. And now it's going after Magus. So I don't know how. I'm always really curious how they design games like this, how they develop games like this. I'm not interested in seeing the actual programming language and stuff like that. I'm curious, like the logic, just little bits and pieces here. How a boss like this, like in RPGs, decides how it's gonna, process, how the executable is gonna be executed. Just stuff like that. This thing is got a lot of HP, but I'm curious about if it's gonna always have the same basic attack pattern, or if it's gonna kind of shake it up every time. It's stuff like that, because I feel like back in 1995, it might not have that deep kind of sense of programming in terms of boss fights. So that's just little things like that I'm curious about. I don't know if we actually have a chance here, because we're still kind of like worn out from our fight with the Queen. And let's see. Yes, we got him. We just took down the Mammoth Machine. So now that means we're probably going to have one more fight at least. Definitely going to have multiple fights here. Which I find very infuriating. To go from fight to fight to fight to fight to fight to fight to fight. I know it's an RPG, and that's how the games are developed, but like, it gets very overwhelming. Looks like we're getting to a next stage here. I'm curious to see what it is, because it could be something pretty intense. It could be something, not that bad. Right now, also the Queen's not very happy. I love how Magus is talking to his mother like this. This is actually, I want to say we probably have an actual like special scene, just because Magus is in our party. We get a little bit extra special dialogue. And it does look like we're getting one more fight here, at least. And I don't know what the hell's going on here. I have no idea what's going on here. Is this going to be pretty tough? Is this going to be one of those situations where we want to attack the head and not the hands? I'm really focusing here. I have a bad feeling about this, so I have a really terrible feeling here. It would be a bad thing if this game decided to crash